is the themes, which is the trends in the international mathematics and science study, and Philippines ranked 43rd out of 46 participating countries. Moreover, in national level, in the basic education assessment, science has a mean of 31.93, which means it is nearly proficient in the school year 2018-2019, but it is considered a very low mastery of competencies. And a couple of study made by DOST, and it showed that Filipino learners have poor communication skills, low retention ability, listening skills, and low listening and inability to express or articulate their words in scientific concepts. And in my another one is the absence of science laboratory in the different schools and the poor quality of modules with which are outdated and flooded with errors. And in my level school, the item analysis I conducted from the quarter 2 examination in Earth and Life Science showed that there are 39.61% of learning mastery, which is very low, and these are the gaps or research gaps that I want to, as a researcher, to address and solve to contribute to the quality of science literacy. And in order to do that, we need to align what is the international standards for science literacy, and these are the competencies that need to be developed among Filipino learners. And we need to realign also the Philippine science education. These are the competencies that needs to develop among learners to be scientifically and technologically literate individuals. And one of the key components of science education is using laboratory activities in which it is provided or supported by literature and studies, starting with Chu et al. Of 2021, where real-life application using lab activity in which it concretizes concept. It means lab activity is a bridge between theory to practice. In addition, by George et al. Of 2009, we can also develop learners their laboratory know-how so that they can apply the scientific method in their daily lives. And also, they can also manipulate, observe, and investigate objects and physical world according to Garrick et al. Of 2022. So, these are the action research questions that need to answer, specifically seek to answer. The first one is, what are the pre-test and post-scores of the control and experimental group? Second one is there a significant difference between pre-test and process of the controlled and experimental group? The third one is there a significant difference between post-test of the different two groups after using the intervention? The fifth one is, the fourth one rather, is what is the effect size of the implemented intervention if there is a significant difference? The fifth one is, what are the experiences of the participants after using the implemented intervention? And the last one is, what are the challenges of the researcher after using the lab manual? And this is the proposed innovation or intervention starting from the title. It is contextualized laboratory manual. It is an adopted one from the work of Villanueva and Salvador of 2020, and I modified it using the template of lab activity and validated by the expert. And the content that I addressed by this lab activity is quarter 2 of Earth and Life Science, MELT number 1, which states that learners can explain the emerging concept of life by the emerging pieces of evidence. MELT number 2 states that describe how unifying study of life shows the connection of living beings within each other and with their environment. I chose these two because they are under the same content standard and performance standard, and they have ample time to do the lab activity and process their answers. And the domain, a unique feature is it developed the meaningful learning where it started from the cognitive level, wherein conceptual learning can be addressed by concrete examples. Next is the psychomotor skills and processes, the manipulative skills of the learners, hands-on learning. Next is the affective domain. I will also know the emotions and positive feelings or negative of experiences of these learners while conducting the lab activity. The next one, there are 3 parts: the pre-lab, lab proper, and the post-lab discussion. Let's dig deeper the 3 parts of my intervention. The first one is the pre-lab. Starts with the name, roles, and date. Why I have role here, I will group the learners which will use the lab activity and they will be assigned in this specific role to do. Next is the lab title. I will make sure that it is catchy one so that I can sustain and maintain the interest and the motivation of the learners to accomplish the task. The next one is the goals and objective, which is the heart of my activity or intervention that needs to be addressed and achieved by the learners. And another feature is the prediction. They will give their prior knowledge based on the given scenario or question. And the lab proper, so that is the part of the pre-lab. And the lab proper, they will follow the scientific method of doing the lab activity. And post-lab discussion, they need to take photograph and record data results upon doing the lab activity. And also they reflect individually what went well, what went wrong while doing the activity. And the last one, they need to have conclusion and generalization. So that is the part where we can see the post-lab. And this is a QA by expert. And the main takes on how I will use the lab activity. In the first 4, this is the introduction phase where the teacher introduces the learning competency and explain, while learners can ask, predict, and also assign roles. And this is the part where materials are being distributed. And the 5 and 6 is the phase of experimentation where they do the lab activity and answer the guide questions. And 6 and 7 and 8, 9, this is the reflection phase where they share, reflect, and I will give feedback and points of improvement. Next one, so I will use a mixed method utilizing the sequential explanatory method with qualitative and quantitative data. And I will use grade 12 learners, and in one section I will divide into 2 because we have different strands in each section, so I chose one section, which is ICT. They are 30, and I divided them into 2, 15 for controlled and 15 for experimental. While I use systematic random sampling, I will get their averages from their grade 11 subjects, and I will rank from highest to lowest 1 to 30. All odd numbers will be group 1, all even numbers will be group 2. So that's why it's systematic random sampling. But a while ago, they suggested in us stratified random sampling. And I will use 25 item pretest and post-test. Data gathering control will use the conventional way of learning with the use of module, while experimental group, module plus lab activity. They both take the pretest and post-test. Next one, the ethical issue. I received approval from my school head and SDO officials. And after that, I will seek also the consent of the parents and the respondent. And after getting the data, I will keep the information with utmost confidentiality. And for the plan for data analysis, to answer research question 1, when did mean?
Meron pa yan after niyan?
Ayun na, stop na.
Thank you, Pa.
Congratulations, Sir Delphine. My concern is the use of the word contextualize. What is the extent of your contextualizing or contextualization in the module that you created?
Contextualization means for me, I put one of the materials in my lab activity core material because Ilagan is known for core capital of the Philippines, and I would add to the existing material as core map, not only the Mungo, marble, and temples. So means for me is the usage of the local references in the environment of the university.
Very contextual po.
How about the plan to conduct a oral study for only 15 learners for control and 15 learners for experimental?
In grade 12, there are 4 sections. They have different strands now. One section is for cookery, 26. One is for youths, they are 25 learners. And carpentry is 17, while ICT is 30. So that I chose 30 yung ICT ma'am, and I divided them into 2 as.
How about in the nature of your subject? Is this not a common subject to the students regardless of their strand?
It is a common ma'am because it is a core subject, but I cannot compare the 2 different strands because there can be another factor later on.
Actually, you can control the effect or the influence of the strand. That's why if you're going to give a pretest later and you found out that they have obtained the same level, then even if their strand belongs to Humes or ABM, it does not matter. So in case that this study was not yet really conducted, I suggest that you consider at least 2 classes. 1 class for your control group and 1 class for your experimental.
1 class lang ba si Sir Del, Ma'am Kim?
Yes.
Hindi nati niya.
Oo, pero
Since we have not seen the plan for data analysis, how will you answer your research questions?
For the research question 1, to determine the pretest and process of the control and experimental group, I will use weighted mean. For research question 2, if there is significant difference between pretest and process of control as well as experimental, I will use paired samples t-test, ma'am. For research question 3, I will compare the 2 post-test scores of different 2 groups. I will use independent samples t-test if there is significant difference between the 2 different groups or 2 different mean. And Cohen's D for the effect size, ma'am. And for the 5 and 6, which are experiences and challenges, I will use thematic analysis.
Okay, with that, will you try to go over with what Doc Melanie suggested a while back? Because you have only 15 and 15 respondents. Okay, so please, if you change the number of respondents per group, both control and experimental, align it with the correct statistical term. Okay? Kasi 15-15 ka lang. So, I think the pair test and the other test na sinabi mo.
And then samples test.
Okay, so paki-check na.
Noted.
In case, check na.
Siya rin yung nasa room ni Sir Del kanina.
Some changes in terms of your samples.
Ang galing mo, Delphin.
You mentioned that you're going to run
suggestions na lang yung sinasabi.
Just from their grade 11.
Okay, averages. Their grade 11. What are you measuring now? It's their, ano na yung variable natin? What's your variable now? What's the variable that you're measuring now? Performance in science.
Yes, their scores in post-test po.
In science. Okay,
Yes.
so that means their average in science. Not their average, the academic, no? Their performance in science.
Yeah. Performance.
Because the subject is science. It's their science. So, what will be, it is their grade in general, not their science grade. It should be their science grade. Not their, okay, so the wrong competency. So, because you were in the group, I don't know, so I suggested that you have to do some sort of stratify something. Because if you do simple random,
Ayun na
the
naman yung
uneven,
ano,
it might
comment
not
kanina.
result to an equivalent.
Yung yan din daw yung
Better
comment sa kanya
if
kanina.
you you do some sort of stratified something
Siya din mismo.
per course, no? Like, these are the strand, and then here are the strata of grades, like
So they are suggesting na mag
average,
siya,
above average, no? And then do some stratified
Different sections. Okay, dalawang section.
So it's not a
Para mas
question,
malaki
it's
yung
a
sampling
suggestion.
whether your respondent.
At saka yung sampling na
Di ba
hindi na
possible
magiging
na, no?
stratified.
Di ba possible na sa iba niya
Sir, this is
Hindi
just
kasi
ano,
parang ang alam ko sa senior na yan, na magkaiba ang first sem sa second sem subjects, kaya hindi niya mapagsabay.
Di, I mean,
Kaya,
hindi niya ba pwede papunta yun?
kasi kung mag-experimental ka, dapat parang in one sem, kunyari sa ICT, first sem nila si Earth Science,
No, I will use the average
SCTVL,
po.
second sem nila,
Before I will
aantayin mo nga
let
rod,
to
diba?
take the pretest. I divided them earlier before I will take the pretest. But the suggestion a while ago is I need to take pretest to divide the group. Yun yung po yung suggestion ko kanina.
Yes, and then see anong gagawin ng mga hindi makakasali doon sa study, sa intervention. They will not be joining or they will not be included, sir. Meron bang hindi sasali doon sa implementation ng intervention just in case na i-adapt po natin yung dalawang class?
My initial plan yung ICT ma'am is 15 will not use the lab activity and the 15 learners in experimental group will use the lab activity and the 3 rest section will use the lab activity.
This is a suggestion also with other teachers who will conduct action research. Di ba meron kasi yung time na yung mga hindi kasali, tapos may mga sasali lang. Why not join everyone in the class? Para hindi ma-OP yung mga bata. Basta alam na ng teacher kung sino yung nasa treatment at saka control. Di ba yung feeling ng mga bata, bakit sila ay kasali, bakit kami hindi? One suggestion could be, i-join nyo na lahat, ikaw lang nakakaalam kung sino magpipretest saka post-test. Para join lahat ng mga bata, hindi yung nagtatanong na, yes, mag-test na rin sila, basta alam mo lang kung sino yung mga kasali nila sa study. Para yung experience din ng mga bata, sabay-sabay. Wala yung naiiwan na bakit sila lang. Bakit sila lang, bakit kami hindi. Hindi mo naman explain na, kasi magagaling na kayo. I-join mo lang din sila, sir, para the experience will still be the same. Para makapagpentuan sila. Hindi lang ikaw, sir, ganun din sa mga ibang researcher later on. Basta doon sa analysis of data, alam mo na kung sino lang yung kasali.
Para lang hindi sila Good still.
Thank you so much, sir.
Hey, congrats, Sir Delphine!
Ay, dalawa.